It is the year 2019. We are in the era of machine learning. And if you know anything about Facebook advertising, you will know what drives Facebook, what makes Facebook advertising special is its machine learning algorithm. And in this lesson, guys, we're going to go through the conversion campaign objective, which is what I like to call machine learning advertising at its finest. Okay everybody, before we delve into the Facebook conversion campaign objective, I want to quickly touch on machine learning for those of you who have never really heard of it before or never had it simplified. Machine learning, quite simply, is machines learning through data, right? The more data the machine collects, the more it learns. Well, how, where, why? It's all based on a goal. So we give the machine a goal. The goal could be learn how to play chess. We give the machine the tools, which is the parameters and the rules of the game. We give the machine people to practice against. We create the algorithmic rules for it to learn to get smarter, and we say go. And the machine's going to go away, and every time it plays, it's going to learn. And the more it plays and the more it learns, the more data it receives, the better it gets and the more effective it becomes with the decisions it makes. So much so that it can become better than a human chess player, of course, that's been proven around the world many, many times. So, how does that work, or how does that impact Facebook advertising, particularly the conversion campaign objective? Well, the conversion campaign objective is quite simply Facebook saying to you and me, what is a conversion? What do you consider a conversion? Tell us what it is, and we will go and find people who are most likely to convert for you. So a conversion to me could mean a person that comes onto my website and makes a purchase. It could mean a person that comes onto my website and fills out a lead form. Or it could mean a person that visits a certain page on my website. Any of these things can be considered a conversion objective. Facebook is then going to say thank you. It's going to go into the world of Facebook. It's going to find the people who are most likely to do that action, and it's going to feed me a cost per every time somebody does that. The obvious question then becomes, well, how is Facebook going to know where to start? We give it its starting point by giving it a rough target for it to go after. So we can give a demographic target and a location target. It could be somebody in Birmingham, where I'm based, between the ages of 20 to 45, who is a female, who likes I don't know, who likes Kylie Jenner, whatever that may be, and I give them a rough avatar, and Facebook goes after that group, and it looks for and sifts for more people in that group who are going to do the action that we consider to be a conversion. Hence why I call the conversion campaign objective machine learning advertising, because it gets smarter every time. Every person it finds that does the action we consider to be a conversion, it finds more people, or it has more data to find more people who may do similar. Because I know you think you're unique, but we are quite similar overall, and we do very similar things, and we have very similar behaviors, and machines know that, and they will find people who are most likely to do that, which benefits you and benefits me overall. So how does it work? You know, what's the mechanical steps of how it works? Well, it all starts with a Facebook ad. Facebook is going to log a click from a Facebook ad that goes onto our website. A little pixel code will live inside of our website, which I'll show you in the walkthrough video of how we implement this stuff. A little pixel piece of code is going to live in our website, and it's going to trigger that a visit has come from a Facebook ad. When that trigger happens, it will log that activity of the visit from the Facebook ad inside of our website, and any person that does what we consider to be a conversion will get scored or logged inside of Facebook, and we receive that metric as a result. So for us, it will be a cost per conversion. We get the number of conversions, and we get the number of other activities that happen in that process. People who have gone onto our website, people who have visited, viewed a video. All of these different things get collected along the way, which we can call journey metrics, but we've got our goal metric, which is the cost per conversion, and Facebook will go after more people to do that, and we'll have an accumulative cost per conversion each time that happens to give us an indicator that, great, every time we spend £15, we're making one sale. Brilliant. And that's telling us that we are doing so profitably and we can continue to spend. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, when should you use it? Like every conversion campaign objective, which you'll see throughout this series, there is a time that you need to use, there is a time that you should use it and a time that you shouldn't. First very clear. Always do it with sales, right? Whenever you're selling from an e-commerce store, you want to use the conversion campaign objective, just because you want that intelligence to develop, and there's not really any solid mechanism of purchasing from within Facebook and doing so effectively and doing so at scale. Yes, there's these little programs and stuff to try and purchase, or social selling, social shops and stores to sell from within Facebook, but they're not any good. Use the conversion campaign objective for sales, because it is the best way of not only tracking sales, but also optimizing and allowing the machine algorithm to get smarter to find more people that you have to sell to. Tracking key activities as well. Now this overlaps sales. Key activities could be anytime somebody adds to cart, anytime somebody fills in the checkout form, anytime somebody fills out their details and they're about to purchase, anytime somebody visits your store, anytime somebody visits a key page on your website. All of these activities are indicators. Remember, data tells stories, and it gives you the clues of what's going on. You might find that people are clicking on an ad. It's costing you for minimal money. It might be 20 pence or 15 pence a click. They come to your website, they spend time on your website. You can track the time they spend time on your website. They add to cart, they initiate the checkout, they fill out their payment details, but they don't purchase. That might be an indicator to you. Oh man, we need to change our shipping. We need to increase the speed of the checkout from checkout to purchase on our website. It gives you the indicator of what you need to change to then react to then develop more data and more insights, so you build over time your machine learning as well. You're learning yourself from all this data. You're building something that's rock solid based on the feedback that you're getting. That's why you need to track key activities using the conversion campaign objective. You also may want to track goals that require context. So there are people out there that just buy reactively. I like to call it one-night stander buyers, or one-night stander marketing. Some people market hoping that they're going to market to the tiny percentage who are ready to go now. Truth is, if you think about one-night stands, generally speaking, in the grand scheme of the bigger world, most people don't do one-night stands. There's a small percentage of people that do it. Similarly, there's a small percentage of people that will buy from you the first time that they see you. Hence, you oftentimes, if you want great customers, you want those people to be touched by you 10, 15, 7, however many times before they're ready to purchase, depending on the industry. Some industries, you're good to go. If you're selling mobile phones and they're branded phones from iPhone and Huawei or whoever else, well, it doesn't matter. You know, they've done all the work for you and people are already ready to purchase those. But if you're selling something new that's never been heard of before, sometimes you need people to familiarize themselves with it. And so for that reason, you need to track specific goals on your website of what people are reading, what people are downloading, what people are scanning through and surfing. And then of those people, how many of those people purchase, because that would then indicate to you what new content do we need to create and what new experiences do we need to give those people in order for them to do, in order for us to nurture other people to purchase like those people did. Does that make sense? So this starts to make your use of the conversion campaign objective becomes very strategic according to the types of goals that you are looking for. Now, you understand what it is, you understand principally how it works, and you understand when to use it. Now, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, everybody, in this quick screencast, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your conversion campaign inside of Facebook in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is to create your pixel. Step 2 is to install and create a conversion pixel. And step 3 is to get your campaign set up. So without further ado, I'm going to assume that you know your way around Facebook well enough to get yourself where I am right here, which is the Ads Manager. We're going to go to the navigation bar across the top, hover down to All Tools, and select Events Manager Pixels. You may see what I'm seeing in the middle. That's fine. If you do not have anything in the middle and you don't have a big green button saying set up my pixel for the first time or something along those lines, click on the add new data source on the left, Facebook pixel. Give your pixel a name. Click on create. I've already done it, so I'll have you do so and catch up. And voila, you are done, and you should see somewhat similar to what I see, or at the very least something like this. Step 2 is to get your pixel set up and get a custom conversion established. So the first thing we need to do is click on View Setup Instructions, or if you're seeing what I'm seeing here, you'll just click on Details, Setup, Install Pixel. Either way, we're trying to get to this screen here. We're going to go with manually install the code yourself, because I'm assuming everybody here wants to figure out how to manually do this themselves. So we're going to click on Manually Install, scroll down to point number 2, and we're going to copy this code here, and we're going to then go onto our website. Now there's a couple or 2 or 3 different ways that you're probably going to face this problem, right? One is the website itself. So let's say you are on your website, you've got access to your own code. Inside of the HTML, between the head tag and the head tag, so with these 2 tags that are highlighted here, we're going to install or paste that pixel code. Once we've done that, we click on save, we're done, and our website has the pixel that we need. The second option that you're likely to face with this is what I suggest that you should do when it comes to WordPress. So with WordPress, I would always argue, try and find a plugin. We use Pixel Caffeine. It's from Adespresso. Adespresso are a brilliant company. Use a plugin for you to set up your ads more easily. In this instance, all we need really is our Pixel ID. So let's say I disconnected from here for argument's sake, and I wanted to connect my Facebook. I can click on Facebook Connect. And I'm going to be asked select my ad, select an account. Let me choose a blank account, and I'm going to choose the Pixel ID. And the Pixel ID I'm going to choose is this one here. Done. Apply. So that one does a WYSIWYG for me, where the actual Pixel ID is right here, and I'm good. I can set up nice and easy, and now I can extend the functionality of the Facebook Pixel using this Pixel Caffeine plugin. There are many other plugins similar. If you are a Shopify user, or if you're using a platform that insists that they have just the Pixel ID, you grab the Pixel ID from here, or you may be seeing what I'm seeing on this screen here. You grab the Pixel ID, copy, and you install that into the website, into the area that you've been asked to in Shopify, and that's voila, you've got your base pixel ready. Now, of course, how do we know that pixel is actually ready? How do we know it's active? Very simple. We go to our website, we install something called Facebook Pixel Helper for Chrome. So if we go Facebook Pixel Helper for Chrome, maybe a Firefox version as well now, but I know there's definitely one for Chrome. Add that to your Chrome bar, and then you'll see anytime you're on a website where it features Facebook Pixels, you can click on this button here where it highlights, and you'll see the pixel is active. Great. Now I need to create what we call a conversion objective. A custom conversion. Jeez, get my words mixed up. So what we'll do is we'll go back to Facebook Ads, click on the Events Manager tab here, All Tools, Custom Conversions. Why am I choosing custom conversions? Because this way you can log a conversion based on a URL that is visited. At the moment, it can be a little bit tricky for you to try and mess with events at this stage. If you're a Shopify user, Shopify will do this for you. You need to use custom conversions. You can get away with it with Pixel Caffeine as well if you know what you're doing. But nevertheless, we can create a custom conversion for those of you who are wanting to track the URL, and anytime that URL is triggered, a conversion logs inside of Facebook. So we want to click on Create Custom Conversion, and we are going to tell Facebook anytime a URL is visited that contains thank you, that for me is classed as a conversion. So anytime somebody goes onto my website, visits a page, enters their details, and then they submit a form, and inside of the URL it says the word thank you. I'm not sure if I have it like that on mine, but it says thank you. Then that will be classed as a conversion, because that is the resulting behavior of a set of steps that I wanted someone to take. I can call this then successful sign up, and then the category I might say is a lead. I could give it a value if I know what the value is of it. Right now I'm not going to do that. Click on create, and my custom conversion now is set. Right now, that concludes step number 2. So we have our Facebook pixel created, we have the pixel installed and the custom conversion created in an event where we need one. Now we need to just create the campaign. Go get yourself back into the ads manager, just in case you didn't know. To get to ads manager, all you do is click on the top tab, all tools, create and manage ads manager. That'll bring you here. Click on create, give this a name. This is your campaign name, so I'm going to say blank account, blank conversion campaign. I'm going to change the campaign objective to conversions. I'm going to make a fake audience definition. So I'm going to say, okay, we're going to go after females between 18 to 24 who are in the major English speaking countries. Yes, USA, UK, Australia. And then we will say really want this offer. That could be my ad title, which is going to be relating to something I'm saying inside of my ad. Just a good trigger for me to know. And then I click save to draft. Brilliant. Once I've set that up, now I'm going to click on the second tier here, which is the ad set level, and create my audience definition. Now what you'll see is this may be in red, all right, on your website, if you're trying to go for the custom conversion you've created. So our custom conversion was what? I actually forgot the name of the custom conversion now. What was our custom conversion called? Successful sign up. Okay, and you'll see that's red because nobody's actually hit that URL as yet, but you can see if I chose view content, that's an active activity because people have come into the website and they're clearly viewing pages on my website, which is classed as viewing content. Brilliant. So I want to still stay with my custom conversion, successful sign up, and I may go to that page and refresh it manually just so there's some activity there, and that's ready. I don't have to do any of these things. It's more so for peace of mind, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Give yourself your budget and fill out all the rest of your details and data. I don't want to go through that in this instance because it's going to be beyond the scope of what we're trying to do here. I just want you to be able to get yourself set up at the basic level. Right, so we've got our Facebook page that we're going to be using. We're going to create a little image. Right, let's create this image for now. Barber. And then we'd create our text and headline. Our text, isn't this a wonderful picture of a barber? Sign up. I can say in the website URL, I'm going to run them to whatever website I need them to go to be considered an action of conversion, so they can actually go and convert and do what I want them to do. Then I need to give it a headline. Okay, barbershop blues is here. sign up. Right? And that is me. I can add newsfeed, link description as well, and all those sort of things. But at the very core level, that is it. That's all I need to do. I may want to click on learn more, get offer, download, whatever I think is most relevant to what I may consider somebody to do the act, move forward, and end up converting. Once I have done that, ladies and gents, all I do is then click publish. This may block me because I don't know if I've got a payment method set up on my dummy account. I think I do. Yeah, we're good. And bingo. Our ad is now in review and ready to go. I'm just going to switch that off for this, for the sake of this demo. And we're good to go, guys. That's it. That's how you set up a conversion campaign inside of Facebook ads. There's way more to it, but at the core, that's how you do it.